What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. So we've had some cards move in the market. To be honest, I did not expect to be talking about Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon. I really thought this was going to be one of those flop secret rares, but it's looking like the Fire King Structure deck is going to be shaking things up. There's a couple cards here I want to talk about. Maybe I probably got to do another market watch, following up this one, because there is there is a lot of things I want to talk about, with the reprints. But till then, let's go ahead and get into this. Like and subscribe if you like the info. If not, it's all good. Let's get into the video. Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon. Now, I actually was holding on to this for my homie, and I just I was like, screw it, hold on to it. Didn't get rid of it when I had earlier, and then it kind of dropped into around it dropped really low. I wouldn't say the $5 range. Look, according to the chart, it went to low as 261. So I just held on to it, and this is now it is shooting up to the $11 to $12 range. We're looking at 1239, 1242, 1143 with the shipping. So to be honest, we're looking at about a $12 to $13 card. So if you pulled this and thought it was kind of bad and you held on to the side, just know you got some money. They're pretty much it looks like the Fire King Structure deck, it is going to be taken after the OCG and using it with this, with the Snake Eyes. So let's go ahead and get into the next card, which is Sinful Spoils of Subversion. To be honest, this card is extremely interesting to me. I really like the whole idea of targeting the face of a monster in the field and putting it in the owner spell and trap card zone. It's just such an interesting concept, and I thought it was going to take off earlier, so I did invest in this card a little bit. So I am a little bit a little biased why I want this card to really go up. But at one point it was really high, and I was thinking about getting rid of it, but I thought it was gonna go higher, and it ended up dropping. To be honest, right now it's at 692, 693. So it is starting to recover a bit. So hopefully, hopefully this is one of the names that you want to have in there, and it'll go back up to that $10, maybe $15 price point. If you want to get into it, I would just go ahead and get stuff like this right now. Especially if you're just looking to play the deck. If you're not sure, don't just pull the trigger on stuff just when you're not sure. But if you're sure, I would just get it right now, because it seems like all this stuff is gonna has the potential to only go higher. Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. This one right here, I actually hooked up the little homie. He brought this over here and wanted to trade it, and so I ended up trading about a couple Ash Blossoms, a Barone, send him over. I sent him something else, and then Forbidden Droplet. Send him a whole bunch of cool stuff from the Rarity Collection, so that way he could have some good stuff on hand. But I was originally I thought it was just $1 or something, but I'm looking, and when I looked at it, no, it was actually about a $4 card. So even though I still hooked him up, it was kind of worth something. I thought it was worth way less. So this is usually just run as a one of, because a lot of the times they use it with the Rescue Ace cards to get that engine going, but this also could work with the Fire King stuff. So that's pretty much why this card is still staying at this price point, not really going down. If anything, going up a little bit. The chart's a little deceptive, but this card was kind of heading into the $2 range. Now you get it right here, $3.49, $3.69. Pretty much you get the card for a solid, a solid $4. Snake Eye Ash. This right here kind of tripped me out. I'm actually gonna probably have to go into my bulk and start looking for these cards. And Snake Eye Ash is a $2 super. So if you open up a bunch of boxes, or you just started kind of getting everyone's bulk, or people just didn't care about this, just know that Snake Eye Ash is going for $2 right now. They were literally going for, they're penny stock status, going for about 25 cents, and they just shot up to about the $2 range. You get them right here for about $2 with the $1 shipping. So yeah, if you have these, put them in the trade binder, post them, whatever you got to do. But Snake Eye Ash is worth money. Wanted Secret of Sinful Spoils. This card has continued to not go down. This card right here is constantly just kind of working its way through the waves. Just it seems it seemed like it's moving. It started at 73 and then it hit its dip, but to be honest, it is kind of slowly came back up, and then it stayed between the 70 to 80 kind of mark. It's it did dip to 65, but to be honest, that was a very short period. We got this card for about 70 with a $1 shipping, so we're looking at about 70 to $71. I mean, if you're gonna buy a playset, you're gonna be paying $70 for this card. But this is just, I really don't see this card going down, especially when you have just multiple different decks being able to use this, because it isn't just Rescue Ace, it isn't just the Fire King stuff. There's a lot of different stuff that could really benefit from this engine. So yeah, this is kind of just this just completely makes sense, especially with just more stuff coming out to support it. And then with the balance coming out, you know that they're probably going to keep this stuff around while hitting everything else we have. So we're probably going to get hits to Sprite, Runic, Purely, all those things are probably going to get hits, and this stuff is just only going to get stronger. So maybe a small slap on the wrist, hit something around, you know, the stuff around it. But to be honest, this stuff is still going to be an extremely strong engine going into the next format. Diabellso the Black Witch. This is another card right here. Starting to kind of go down a little bit, although the chart doesn't show it. It was kind of in like the solid $25 range, but now you get these for like 20 with the $1 shipping, 21 $1 shipping. So we're looking at about like $20 to $21. Like, to be honest, like I kind of saw this coming, where it's like, okay, it might do a slight dip, but if you're thinking that we'll go any lower, I really do feel like with the extra hype that we're gonna get, and the ban list probably making this one of the best engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! After that, I really do feel like, you know, like you know, this is a pretty good price point if you want to get into the deck. I'm not saying it's like super good, like buy, you know, 20 copies or whatever, you're gonna make, like, you know, you're gonna double your money, but I really do feel like this is kind of really good. I think I'm gonna kind of jump on this train. I mean, for myself personally, I might try to get a couple of copies of this card, but yeah, right now, Diabellso the Witch, I would just get this if you want to run it, because it might jump up maybe 10-15 bucks. Crossout Designator. So the last two cards I want to talk about are not related to Snake Eye, but they are just related to like meta in general. I got Crossout Designator kind of as my, I want to call it my dark horse pick for the next format, but I really do feel like Crossout Designator's time is going to be soon. And of course, like soon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be next format, it could be a few formats from now, but I really do feel like Crossout Designator is going to find its niche in the TCG. Like, it only has its 2 printing, so if you don't have your set, I would just go and get my set now. Get your ultras, they're right here for like 1069, prismatics 1089. Let's just go in and go deeper into the prismatics. I really like how these ones look. I think I have 2 ultras and 1 prismatic. Like, I really prefer the prismatic look, but to be honest, it doesn't matter what you have. Near mint first deads 1089, 10 with the $1 shipping. So we're looking at pretty much like $11. You know, if you get your set for like $20-$25, I would just go ahead and get that. I feel like Crossout, like, especially with potential to like tier 0 formats, with the fact that all the hand traps have been reprinted, everyone's going to be able to run a lot of hand traps. So I really do feel like this is just going to be, like, I really feel like, I don't know, I'm like a broken record right now, but like, yeah, I really do feel like Crossout Designator is going to have its time sooner rather than later. So Crossout Designator, if you don't have yours, I would get them right now. And the last card I want to talk about is Solemn Judgment. So like, Solemn Judgment is showing up in like a lot of, like, it's showing up in a couple side decks. I've seen it in some pure Centurion builds because they just have so much room that, you know, going first, they get a Judgment, they can just slap it down the field and they feel really confident about themselves. And it's also a Edison staple, so it has like a lot of, it's used in every single, you know, almost pretty much every single level. You even Go format has like Solemn Judgment, so like, I'm pretty sure Go format has Solemn Judgment. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, Solemn Judgment is just all around an extremely good card to have. But I'm mostly here because, you know, like I said, you got these supers for this and that. Like, you know, I'm not here to talk about that. I want to talk about right here, we're looking at a common reprint from the Fire King structure deck, and I love this common reprint. It's already kind of going really low at 99 cents. I really do feel like this is going to be at least a $1 card coming out of here. Maybe it might, like I said, I'm not 100%, but I really do feel like, especially if we're still going to have 3, if we're still going to have the whole Edison angle, and, you know, like, you're going to have all like the holo printings kind of high, you know, people want to have 3 copies. I really do feel like this is going to be a cool little card. If this kind of goes to like the 20 to 40 cent range, I would probably start like picking up a cool little stack of these cards. Yeah, so like I said, if you're looking for Judgment, I would hold off. It's getting its reprint. You'd probably get them for like, you know, $1, you know, maybe less than $1. Get your set for like $2. So yeah, Solemn Judgment is getting its reprint, but also all around it is extremely expensive. So if you don't have it, hold off. If you have these and you feel like you just want to swap them out, yeah, like I said, it just depends on which one you have, and there's a lot of them here. A lot of people are buying. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.